How do I pick the right niche so I don't have to start over again in 3 months? Okay, well, you know the formula, picking a niche is not actually that hard. In this book right here, there is a formula, written by yours truly, by the way, that walks us through the entire thing. I'm gonna show you how it works. Most agencies don't even understand what a niche is. They think that real estate is a niche. They think mortgage, healthcare, they think that these are niches. In fact, these are not niches. These are categories. And to be honest with you, not even a niche is gonna win if you wanna be successful, because what you really need is a sub-niche. I shall explain. Okay, I'm gonna walk you how to get to a sub-niche now. So we know at a fundamental level, we have category, okay, and then we have niche, and then we have sub-niche. Okay, these are 3 constraints. This one has basically no constraint, or basically everybody and their dog is here. This is why most agencies start and stop new niches, is because they're competing with everybody at the category level. I'll give you an example. So a real estate agent, for example, real estate agent, that's not a niche. That is a category. Everybody and their dog is working with real estate agents, insurance, healthcare, whatever. This is a category. You do not want to be here. There are too many people. There's too much blood in the water. It's a terrible place to be. So this is the category level. Now we're going to say, okay, well, what's the niche? Well, it could be real estate agents. Okay, that's layer 1. But these people are first-time home buyers. Or in other words, your agency helps real estate agents who focus on first-time home buyers. That's a niche. That's actually pretty good. You could build a business, a $10,000 a month agency you could build with that, no problem. But if you wanted to light the thing on fire to where you're making more money, you have virtually no competition, you go to what is called the sub-niche, all right? And a sub-niche, effectively what we're doing is we're layering on another constraint, but a constraint that causes more value or more opportunity, more ability to specialize. So in this case, let's go ahead and we'll use a real life example. I actually did this. Real estate agents working with first-time home buyers, and the ones that they focus on are Spanish speakers. Spanish speakers. So real estate agents, first-time home buyers, Spanish speakers. Now that is a business where you can actually build. That's an agency you can build an entire $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month and more monthly recurring revenue off of that one thing. I will say that it seems like a lot of people are fighting over the exact same niches. They all want the fancy niches. But for me, I love what I call sexy, boring niches. And sexy, boring niches are awesome. Why? They're easy to market for, they're easy to get qualified leads for, and they get paid a lot of money. So here's what I want you to do. If you want to pick a niche that you can stick with, that's easy to market for, that makes good money, and that you can get because it's a wide open playing field because everybody else is going after the categories, comment niche below and I will send you my top 20 list of my sexy, boring niches. That way you'll be able to go right in with confidence, pick a niche and just build the entire thing around it. My name is Sam Carlson. I help agencies grow their businesses and use our tool to streamline lead generation. Thanks for watching.